Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, so we're going to look at the surface area of square-based pyramids to start with. Okay, so if you look at the net of a square-based pyramid, what I have is I have a square at the bottom, right? And I have 4 equal triangles, right? The reason why these are equal is because I have equal sides for the square, right? So that means my base here is the same as my base here, is the same as my base here, same as my base here. So that makes these 4 triangles to be equal triangles. Okay? So if I want to find the surface area of this, I need to find the area of a triangle, which is base times height divided by 2, right? I multiply that by 4 because I have 4 of them, right? And I add the area of the square, which is side square, right? Do we understand that? So we have this. Sorry, this is not straight at all. We have these, right? This, the area of this is side square, base squared, or whatever you want to call it, right? The area of this is base times height divided by 2. I have 4 of them. You have 4 of them, so that's 4 times base times height divided by 2, right? Which is equal to 2 base times height, okay? That will only work with 4 equal sides. Yes? All right. So basically, that tells me that my surface area is equal to base squared, that's the area of my square, plus 2 base times height. Now the formula that you probably is on your, it's the same thing. Instead of H, they use S. S is the slanted height. Let me use the same letter so you guys can refer to that. So S. S is called the slanted height because if you look at this pyramid, right, the slanted height is a height that's for the triangle. The regular height is the actual height of the pyramid, which is a perpendicular line going down from the top of the pyramid to the middle of your base. Okay, perpendicular. That's the difference between a slant height, which is this, right, or a regular height, which is going down from the top of the pyramid to the base, perpendicular. Do we understand the difference? Okay. Sometimes they don't give us the slant height and we have to calculate that to be able to use the formula. Sometimes they give us the height and they give us this, right? And then we have to use Pythagorean theorem to be able to find the slant height. Okay? Pythagorean theorem will not go away. It will keep showing up. Okay? So to find the surface area of the square-based pyramid for this one, I can use the formula wrote down. So the surface area is equal to base squared plus 2bs. I know my base, which is 24. I know my slanted height, which is 16. So that's going to be 24 squared plus 2 times 24 times 16. So I have 24 squared plus 2 times 24 times 16, which is 1,344, and my unit is meter squared. Remember that you have to make sure that all your units match. Otherwise, you have to convert. Are we okay with this? So again, this is a square-based pyramid. Okay? What do I know? What am I missing? I'm missing the slant height, correct. So that's C. So I know the right angle triangle, right, which is this. I know this is 9, and I know this is 12. How can I find this? Yeah. So I plug in the values that are given, which is 9 squared plus 12 squared. And then that gives me the slant height, which is 50. Okay? Now, because I know the slant height, right? Since I know the slant height and I know the surface area is base squared plus 2bs. Plug in the known sides, so 24 squared plus 2 times 24 times 15. Which is going to give me 1,296 centimeter squared. Okay, so this is where the case that I don't have the slanted height and I need to calculate that. Are we okay with that? Do you guys have any questions so far? So are you okay if we go to the next lesson? Well, it's part of the same lesson. It's just talking about cones. I will stop after I finish this one. Okay? Promise. I think you guys can do this. I believe in you. So a cone is like a pyramid, okay, except it has a circular base. Okay, so let's look at a cone. So that's a cone, right? I have two things. I have the circle and I have the lateral area of the cone. Okay, so the area of the cone that does not include the base is called the lateral area. So this is the lateral area right here. That looks like a fan to you right now. To find the total surface area, we add the lateral area plus the circular base. Okay, and that's why you see on your formula sheet, you see two parts, right? So you see the pi rs plus the pi r squared. So the pi r squared is the area of the circle, and the pi rs is the lateral surface area. Okay, so let me write that down. So we have surface area equals to pi r squared, which is the area of the circle, and with it you have pi rs, which is the surface area of the lateral shape. Now, S again is the slanted height. Okay? So if they give me the height of the cone, I can't use that. I need the slanted height of the shape of the cone. Which is, again, if they give me the radius and they give me the height, I can find the slanted height using Pythagorean theorem. Find the surface area of a cone with a radius of 12 feet and a slant height of 15 feet. I just use the formula and I plug in the information. My radius is 12. So the answer that you're going to get is 1017.9, and then I can go square foot. Are we okay with that? Can I give you some time to work on the second question? I'm going to give you some time to do